sleep on Floof's couch. It's kinda uncomfy, so they offered for me to sleep in their bed. Of course, I refused and decided I'd sleep on the couch. Ever since I made that decision, I've had strange dreams. Here's the ones I can remember. This dream took place on the beach. I was hanging out with my friend Benny, an axolotl who always has angel wings in my dreams, and Floof, who looked exactly how they looked in real life, but with a weird pink aura surrounding them. We were playing volleyball in the burning hot sun. I was so annoyed by the sun that I ended up staring at it for periods of time. My vision slowly turned as bright and yellow as the orb above. The light began to heat my fur and burn my skin. I heard my mother's voice whisper to me, "You should be working." She hisses over and over. My voice was unusable and my skin was burning and I couldn't see. I felt claws scratching down my shoulder, down my arms and wrists, down my thighs and calves. I felt a belt wrapping around my neck and pulling me into a chair. The chair was behind a desk with a sheet of paper. The paper was littered with dozens of unsolvable problems. "You don't want another failing grade, do you?" Mom asked. I shook my head and wrote some numbers down. The numbers changed shape and position as I wrote them. I cried and screamed and scribbled over the paper and stabbed my wrists with the pencil. "I can't fail, I can't fail, I can't fail." The words repeated over and over. My blood dripped down the desk and onto the carpet floor. "I can't fail!" Then everything disappeared. I heard a voice. "Zamadi? Zamadi, wake up!" And that's when I woke up. Floof saw the tears dripping down my face and they hugged me. They hugged me for a while. That was nice at least. A couple nights later, I crashed on the couch after drinking way too much grape soda. In the dream, I sat on a pink cloud in a purple and green sky, and for some reason this was completely normal to me. I stepped off the cloud and sprouted wings. I flew across the sky for what felt like a long time until I saw another cloud. On that cloud sat rose-tinted Floof. They didn't speak, they just sat there, looking majestic. I landed on the cloud and placed my paw on theirs. I guess that's when it occurred to me that none of this is real, and I pulled away. They looked at me, confused. This doesn't feel right, I mumbled. They pulled my paw back and stared at the sun in the distance. They started to sizzle, eventually turning to steam and fading into the air. The sky turned pitch black, and I sat alone. Lightning lit up the sky. I heard the sound of raindrops hitting the ground, despite the area below being a bottomless pit. My ears filled with this extra tone noise that got more and more intense until I woke up. I checked the time. 3 a.m. I decided to go to the kitchen and dig through the pantry. I ate some sugar cookies, chugged down some milk, and passed out on the floor. Then the floor turned into an ocean, slowly swallowing me whole. I could breathe and move freely, yet no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't reach the surface. Yeah, I could see it, and it was tempting. Eventually, I gave up and allowed myself to drown. At the bottom of the ocean laid canvases, paintbrushes, and pencils. Naturally, I figured I'd paint something. I sketched a paw with piercing sharp claws. I painted them to look like my mom's, burgundy fur and claws painted red. Then I pushed it to the ground, tore it to shreds, and allowed the pieces to float into the distance. I then sat down, my mind completely clear. When I woke up, I immediately went to the bathroom to vomit. Milk and soda and cookies don't mix very well. One night, as I was watching TV on the couch, Harriet came home covered in bandages. For context, Harriet is Floof's mom. She crashed onto the couch, wincing in pain. "Harriet, what happened?" I asked. Harriet laughed weakly. "Your mom." I thought about it for a second. Then it hit me. "My mom attacked you?" Harriet nodded. "Oh my God, Harriet, are you okay?" I asked. Harriet nodded. I twitched. I could see it. My mom's claws running down Harriet's back and down her thighs. I could feel it and it hurt. "Harriet, I'm so sorry," I muttered. "Don't be sorry, 𝕬𝕬𝕤. You couldn't have prevented this." She hugged me. "Get some rest, hon." And I did get rest after hours of shaking and crying. My dream took place in a graveyard. My hair and tail blew in the strong winds. My vision was blurred by dust and darkness. I started wandering mindlessly, and I seemed to phase through all the headstones. I tripped over one, though, face planting into the dirt. I dusted myself off and took a look at the headstone. It was blank, yet tan fur laid in front of it. It was Harriet's, clearly. Tears fell from my eyes and created mud below. However, someone in the distance cried much louder than I did. I approached the sound, wiping off my face. It was Floof. Their hair was short and unkempt, and their face was shrouded in shadow. They didn't speak even as I came closer. "Floof, are you okay?" I asked. I said nothing. "Please, Floof, talk to me." They said nothing. I got on my knees and placed their paws on mine. "You don't deserve this. I deserve everything that happened, but you don't deserve this." I wrapped my arms around them, and they still said nothing. I don't even know what they could have said. I woke up in Floof's bed at 2 a.m. They were awake too, blankly staring at their TV. Out of nowhere, they swept me into a tight hug. "You didn't deserve anything that happened to you, 𝕬𝕬𝕤," they said, their claws digging into my skin. "You heard that?" I asked. They nodded. "Floof, you're hugging me too tight." They let go. "I need to get out of my own head," I said before walking out of the room. Floof followed behind. I grabbed Harriet's keys off the kitchen counter and got into the driver's seat of her car. Floof sat on the passenger side. I hit the gas. "𝕬𝕬𝕤, you can talk about these things. Your nightmares will only get worse if you don't talk about it." "You don't know that," I replied blankly, staring at the road ahead. "I kinda do, though. I used to have really bad nightmares. Talking about things definitely help." I parked at a gas station. I think I'm just scared. I'm scared of my mom. I'm scared of something bad happening to you or Harriet. I'm scared, okay? I punched the steering wheel. "I understand that. Well, you're not scared of me, are you?" I shook my head. "Well, I can still offer to let you sleep in my room. I could help keep you calm." No, I can't do that. I'll take up too much space. Zamari, just let me help you. I got out of the car and walked to the front of the gas station. Floof didn't follow behind this time. The cashier noticed my sadness, and since he's a nosy dog, he asked about it. What's wrong, hun? You're getting a soda this late? I grabbed a cola and slapped some money on the counter. I don't need help, I'm fine, I growled. I never said you needed help, though it sounds like you might. No. He took the money and gave me the change. A part of me knew from that exchange that I needed help. No person with a sound mind responds to a question so sincere with so much aggression. And afterwards, I chugged down the soda and drove home. Then I laid down in Floof's bed and watched TV until I drifted off. And I had no dreams or nightmares. I just slept. It worked.